Well, good morning, everyone. Thomas Montgomery. We get together with our distribution partners most weekday mornings at this time, 8 o'clock Central, to talk about strategies, tips, techniques, share success stories. We will be traveling tomorrow, so we will not have a live Zoom on tomorrow, which would be March 16th. But today we're going to talk about leads. The most common question or requests that we receive from our distribution partners, regardless if they're affiliates or white label partners, is on the topic of leads. And if you go to our YouTube page, the Business Paralegal page, you can access past trainings. And we've had a variety of trainings on different ways to go about generating leads and referral partners. While we've talked about today's topic previously, it has been a while, so I did want to bring your attention to a place that you can identify pretty much any business in the nation. And you can get a free demo account. And as shown on the screen here, used to be called Sales Genie, and then I think it became Reference USA. I might have that order wrong, but now it is Data Axle Sales Genie. They will give you a free 3-day trial, which is what I'm showing you here, although it's very possible through your library that you could access this on an ongoing basis at no cost. But at least for a 3-day trial, you could get in there and get some leads off of it if you needed. Once you have set up an account and logged in, and they don't require a credit card to set up an account, we can go to search for leads. And we see that there are actually 6 different categories. Not all of them are applicable to us. U.S. businesses, which we'll explore, U.S. new businesses, which is our area of focus, U.S. consumers, new movers, Canadian businesses, and then there's one other, which is Canadian consumers, which isn't our focus. What I'd primarily like to bring your attention to is the ability to go in and identify newly formed businesses. So we'll click on U.S. new businesses. There's a number of filters that you can choose, but a really nice target audience is to identify recently formed businesses. So you can see the filters on the left. So let's just say I want to target, California. And you could restrict it by city if you want, but we'll make it broad. So California. And what we want would be only those that have phone numbers. So each time you select something on the left-hand side, a new box pops up to allow you to refine your search. So we're going to look for businesses in California, but let's go ahead. I'm sorry, that wasn't right. We're going to click on time frame, and let's say that we want to identify new businesses in California that have formed within the last month. Now, we could also do filtering on type of business, but we're not going to worry about that. So if we went in and we choose our geographic area, in this case, California, time frame last month, meaning new businesses that have formed in the last month, and only give us those with phone numbers, there's 1,777 of those. So we can click Run Search, and it pops up, and you can export this out into an Excel file or a .csv file to work with. But here we have new businesses that have formed. We can put them on a map. Let's say we're curious of where the hot spots are in the state of California. And of course, when you drill into a smaller area, it's more powerful, but you can see the link here, but we'll go back. We don't really care about that as much as we care about this list. So all of these have phone numbers. And so with Data Axle Sales Genie, it doesn't give you email addresses for free. So in this case, we'll probably want to reach out to them via text, would be probably the most effective way, and then direct them to your landing page. And so you do have their numbers to call or text. Now, we can click on any one of these and then get more details about the business. And this is typically pulling from public records. So we have the address, They formed a new DBA. It's home-based, and we love home-based businesses, right? New start businesses are great prospects for funding. Home-based businesses are also great prospects for funding. And if you combine the two of them, then they're especially great. Not a whole lot of information there, but we have enough that we can certainly reach out to them and say something like this, or text them something like this. Hey, I wanted to make sure that you're aware of a new grant subsidized program to provide at least $100,000 to grow your new business. Click here to learn more. And then you drive them over to your landing page. So that is the first of the databases. Let's go back to the main. So we went to search free leads, and we just went through, US new businesses is what we just looked at. Now we can also go to US businesses and not just restrict off new ones, but look for pretty much any business or any geographic area. There are different filters for this database versus the other one, and that's why I'm taking your time to show you. So here, one of the things that we can do is we can filter off of credit rating. Because what do you and I know? You and I are here to help through the credit and funding program, small businesses, small business owners that probably need help becoming credible. That's what we do. We help with the 3 C's. Now, we can't just easily discern, do they have enough collateral or not from the database. We could certainly try to predict cash flow, but credit is the easiest. And so in this case, the people with excellent credit probably are our least good prospects, the worst credit they have. But you can go in here and play and choose different filters. And there is a year in business, but here you can see that it's using year increments. When we were back over on new businesses, we were able to rein it in on as short as the past week. So what's the point? Here is a source, it's actually multiple databases, but a site with databases that you can access leads from. These are not what I consider warm leads. These aren't individuals that have raised their hand and said, yep, I'm looking for capital right now. But if you're strategic about it and target either home-based businesses, and probably they're home-based because either they don't have the capital yet to get a true commercial address, or maybe they don't even know that the address makes a difference. And you and I have talked about getting businesses credible. But the easiest target audience, I think, from this website to approach would be newly formed businesses. Reach out to them with kind of a message of congratulations and offer to assist them. Different distribution partners will have different approaches. I think some of you have done postcard mailings, which has proven to be effective. So you download the list of new start businesses, and then you can do a postcard mail out. So that is an option. But that, of course, is going to incur some expense, whereby you could get this free trial, download a spreadsheet using whatever criteria you want, and now you have some leads to reach out to. So are all small businesses looking for capital? In general, yes. So the most powerful lead to have is someone that has seen your marketing, has seen your information, and then they're reaching out to you. We talked a week or so ago about the stages of change and where an entrepreneur is in the process of wanting funding determines what your next step would be. Well, what you could certainly do is soften your approach, identify new start businesses, and then do a brief webinar for them. We've talked about leading with financial literacy. So you could use the 27 mistake curriculum if you wanted, and all of you that are white label partners, you should find that in your white label partner Dropbox. And maybe that's your first step. You're reaching out to recently formed businesses, inviting them to a Zoom workshop on how to qualify for funding, educate them, build their literacy, create a relationship, and then pivot them over into the credit and funding program. That's up to you. My goal for this short and sweet training this morning is just to remind you or introduce, if you're not aware of, Data Axle Sales Genie. So is this a free resource? No, not really, but for 3 days it is. You can get a 3-day free trial, just like I set up this morning to show you here. If you are a member of your library, you may very well be able to access it on an ongoing basis for free. But if money's tight and you're looking for some leads to be able to introduce the proposition to, this is one way to go about doing that. Again, they're not going to provide you the email addresses for free. You're going to be able to filter and get those with phone numbers. And with the phone number, you could call or you could text them. Any questions anyone has on today's short and simple training, which is another source of leads? Again, if you've not gone to our YouTube channel and viewed other trainings that we've had on different ways to generate leads, everything from Craigslist and developing a referral network and many other, teaching financial literacy, lots of other topics. But this one here is just a down and dirty, access the database of businesses based upon the filters that you want to apply. Any questions, comments, or concerns today? I encourage you to go ahead and give it a try, set up a free trial account, play with it, download some leads, and reach out to them, especially if you're not hitting your numbers. All right, so again, we will not have training tomorrow on Thursday because of travel, and we'll be back together on Friday morning. Thanks, everyone. Have a great day. Bye-bye.